Next we have exercise 2.2. Okay, so let's see the first question of exercise 2.2. Find the value of polynomial 5x minus 4x squared plus 3 at x is equal to 0. So what do we need to do first? We need to find the value here, right? So first let's write it in the correct form. So I'll write p of x is equal to, what is the correct order? We have minus 4x squared plus 5x plus 3, right? Now what do we need to find at x is equal to 0? So what is p of 0? Wherever x is there, we'll replace it with 0, right? So minus 4 into 0 whole square, then we have 5 into 0, then we have plus 3. So a trick here and an advice here is always use the bracket wherever you're substituting. It is very important. So what happens here is you will know you're not making any errors. That is the importance here. Okay. So what is the final answer? The final answer is the value of the polynomial at p of 0 will be 3, right? So your answer will be 3. Very simple. That's how you need to do it. Okay. The same way, if the question had find for x is equal to 1, find for x is equal to minus 2, you can easily substitute and get the answer, right? So if it was x is equal to minus 1 or x is equal to 2, you can directly substitute the answer and get the value, correct? So let's try. You can put in these values and try to get the answer. Let's try it out. What is p of minus 1? I would suggest all of you to try it out. Put wherever x is there, put minus 1 and see. What is p of 2? Put in the values and check what will be the answer. So p of minus 1 will become what? Try it out. 5 into minus 1, minus 4 into minus 1 square, right? Then we have plus 3. So it will become minus 5, minus 4 and plus 3, right? Your answer will become minus 6, right? Now what about 2? If I put 2, what would happen? That is what you need to think, right? So if you put 2, what would happen? That is what we need to think. So when we put x is equal to 2, your answer will become minus 3. So like that, you can try with different numbers, right? Whatever they ask, you just need to substitute, okay, and get the answer. Let's see the next question. So the next question is p of y is equal to y square minus y plus 1. So let's put p of 0. Try it out by yourself first, okay? Well, if you're not getting, check the answers, okay? So we have 0 square plus or minus, okay, it is minus 0, right? Minus 0. Why minus 0? There is a minus sign, so I did not write it outside, so I just wrote it inside, okay? Plus 1. I'll just correct that. So here we go. Here we go. Let's not make further errors. Here we go. This will become 0 and this will become minus. Simple. Okay. Now what is the answer here? The answer will become 1. What about p of 1? What will be p of 1? P of 1 will be 1 square. So keep the bracket and we have minus 1 plus 1, right? What is p of 1 now? P of 1 is also 1. Because 1 and 1 will cancel, the 1 here is remaining and you get the answer. What is p of 2? P of 2 is also easy, right? 2 square minus 2 plus 1. What is 2 square? 2 square is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2 plus 1 will become 3. So your value of the polynomial of p of 2 will become, when x is equal to 2, what is the value of the polynomial? It is 3, like that. So we got all the values. Very easy, right? Let's try the next question. So the next question, p of t, right? So p of 0, what is the values? Wherever t is there, put 0, right? So you'll get 2 into 0 square. So whenever, like I said, substituting, always put brackets so you know what has been changed. That is very important, okay? So what is the final answer here? Very simple. It'll become what? We have 2 as the answer. P of 0 is 2. What about the next one? We have p of 1. So we'll try this out with 1. So wherever the answer is the 2 plus 1 plus 2 into 1 square minus 1. Okay. So this also is substituted. This is also substituted. Okay. So now we are sure where we substituted, right? So 2 plus 1 we have, plus 2 we have, minus 1 we have, right? So 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 minus 1, it'll become 4. Right? Your answer is 4. What about p of 2? Next one is p of 2. So 2 plus 2, right? Plus 2 into 2 square minus 2. Okay. So we have 2 plus 2. How much is that? Or we'll put all the numbers first. We have 2 into 2 square. How much is that? 2 square is 4. 4 2s are 8. 8 minus 2, right? Okay. It will be 2 plus 2, which is 4. 8 plus 4 is 12 minus 2. 12 minus 2 will get 10. So in these cases, sometimes the question can be like t cube or t square and so on, right? So whatever it is, substitute and cube it if it is needed, right? Simple. Like that, you have to be very careful what the question is, okay? Sometimes the question can be like cube raised to, it can be like t cube or t raised to 4 or x raised to 5. So be very careful whether the negative sign is coming also, right, after cubing. So that is how you have to do it, okay? So here the t cube is not there, so that's why it is just minus 2, right? Okay, t cube is not there, so it's just minus 2. So you get the answer as 10. Now let's see the next question. We have x cube, right? So this is direct. So in this question, we have p of 0, correct? So that'll become what? 0 cube. What is that? 0. What is p of 1? P of 1 will be 1 cube. It will become 1. P of 2 will become 2 cube. What is 2 cube? 2 into 2 into 2. That'll become 2 raised to 3, right? That is 8, right? 2 into 2 is 4. 4 2s are 8. Simple. Now I have a question. I have an important note that I would like to ask. If we have a number raised to, let's say, minus 5 raised to an even number, right? An even number on top, what happens? It'll become positive, correct? It'll become positive. Suppose we have another number raised to an odd number on top, there will be a negative sign. Please do not forget this, okay? That is what I'm saying. Whenever you cube or whenever you do square, be careful on the sign inside, okay? Very simple. Now the next question, we have p of 0, p of 1 and p of 2. This is also easy, right? So what is p of 0? P of 0 will become 0 minus 1 is minus 1, right? Then 0 plus 1 is 1. What is your answer? 1, right? What about p of 1? P of 1 will become 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 plus 1 is 2. So it will become 0. What is p of 2? Very simple. P of 2 will become 2 minus 1 is what? 1. And 2 plus 1 is 3. So your answer will become 3. Very easy, right? Direct answer start. There is no difficulty in this question. Okay, now let's see the next one. Verify whether the following are zeros of the polynomial indicated against them. We have to check whether it is a 0. How do we check? We'll put in this value and check. So p of minus 1 by 3. If it is 0 or not, we'll see, okay? Okay, so we'll put in the value, right? Verify whether the following is zeros. When is it 0? When p of x is equal to 0, x is equal to the 0 of the polynomial. Yes, 0 of p of x. Very logic. This is what you have to say. So instead of x, I can rewrite it and say a, right? That'll be much more easier for us to understand, right? So I'll say p of a is equal to 0, right? That means what? A is the 0 of the polynomial p of x. Now it's much better, right? So what happens? P of minus 1 by 3. Check whether it is 0. So 3 into minus 1 by 3, you're going to substitute, right? Plus 1. What happens? 3 will cancel, become minus 1 plus 1. Your answer is 0. So yes, correct? It is correct. P of x is the, that is, x is equal to minus 1 by 3 is the 0 of the polynomial, because the polynomial becomes 0 when we substitute that x value, correct? Now what about the next one? The next one we have p of 4 by 5, correct? So is equal to 5 into x minus pi, right? So what is x? X is 4 by 5, right? So what happens? Cancels and become minus pi. So we have 4 minus pi. So it is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, what does that mean? That means it is not the 0 of the polynomial. Very simple, okay? Now what about the next one? Let's try with both. We have minus 1. That'll become minus 1 square. Minus 1, it'll become what? 1 minus 1, which is 0. What about 1? It will also become 1 square, right? Minus 1. So it'll become 0. So yes, both of them are the 0 of the polynomial, right? 1 and minus 1 are zeros of p of x. Simple. Because p of x is equal to 0. In both case, p of x is equal to 0. So, or p of 1 is equal to 0, p of minus 1 is equal to 0. So 1 and minus 1 are the zeros of p of x. Very simple. Now what about the next? Substitute. Actually easy questions. There is no doubts here, right? If you have any doubts, post it in the comment section or the discussion form. Okay, so p of x is equal to x plus 1 into x minus 2. So what happens? We'll put p of minus 1, so it'll become 0, and minus 1 and minus 2 will become minus 3. It will become 0. What about p of 2? If we put 2, what happens? 2 plus 1, 3, and 2 minus 2, which is 0, so you'll get 0. So yes, it is the 0 of the polynomial. Minus 1 and 2 are zeros of the polynomial. Let's try the next one. This is also yes, because it will become p of 0 is what? 0 square, which was 0 itself. So yes, x is equal to 0 is the 0 of the polynomial. Now next one, let's try this out. P of minus m by l. What happens? Substitute the value. It will become L into, what is x? X is minus m by l. So L and L will cancel. We have a plus m here. So minus m plus m, you're getting 0. So when you're getting 0, minus m by l is the 0 of the polynomial. Next one, 3x square minus 1, right? What do? We'll put p of minus 1 by root 3. Okay, so let's substitute. It's easy. 3 into 1 by root 3 whole square. So what happens when we square them? Very simple. It'll become 3 into 1 by 3 minus 1. Your answer will become 0. The same way, if it is 2 by 3, let's see what happens if it is 2 by 3. So when it is 2 by 3, p of 2 by 3, or 2 by root 3, sorry, it is 2 by root 3. So it'll become 3 into 2 by root 3 the whole square. So that'll become 3 into 2 square is how much? 4. Okay, root 3 square is 3 minus 1, right? So we'll cancel out and we'll get 4 minus 1, which is 3. So I can say minus 1 by 3 is the root 0 of the polynomial. 2 by root 3 is not the 0 of the polynomial, right? So you can easily find if that polynomial becomes equal to 0, then that is the 0 of the polynomial. So what is the value that you substituted? That will end up being the 0 of the polynomial. It's as simple as that. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay, so next one, we have p of x is equal to 2x plus 1. Again, we'll just substitute. Easy. We'll put 1 by 2 in the places of x. You will get 2 into 1 by 2 plus 1. What happens here? 2 and 2 will cancel. It is 1 plus 1, 2. So this is not equal to 0. If this is not equal to 0, 1 by 2 is not the 0 of the polynomial, right? 1 by 2 is not 0 of polynomial. Why? Because what? It is not giving me 0. The value of the polynomial is not 0. Simple logic, right? I'm repeating again and again so that it gets concreted in your minds, right? Simple as that. So what about the next? Find the 0 of the polynomial in each of the following cases. P of x is equal to x plus y. Right? What is the 0? Equate the polynomial to 0. Equate the polynomial to 0. Find the value of x, which makes it 0, right? So x plus 5 is equal to 0. So what is x? X is equal to minus 5. So what is your 0 of the polynomial? X is equal to minus 5. The same way, second question, equate the polynomial to 0, right? So x minus 5 is equal to 0. Move the minus 5 to the other side, become plus 5. So x is equal to 5 is the 0 of the polynomial p of x. The same way, next question, equate the polynomial to 0, right? So 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. Move the 5 to the other side, become minus 5. So 2x is equal to minus 5, x is equal to minus 5 by 2. So x is equal to minus 5 by 2 is the 0 of the polynomial, right? So the idea of finding the 0 of the polynomial is very easy. Equate the polynomial to 0 and find the value of x. Again, equate the polynomial to be 0, right? Then let's find the value of x. So 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. 3x is equal to 2 because minus will become plus when it goes to the other side. So it will become 2 by 3. X is equal to 2 by 3. Very simple. So 2 by 3 is the 0 of the polynomial. What about the next? We have 3x. So p of x equated to 0, right? 3x is equal to 0. So what is x? X is equal to 0 by 3, which is 0. So x here is 0. So 0 of the polynomial is 0 itself. Okay. Next one, we have p of x is equal to a of x. Ax, where a is not 0. Okay. A is not 0. So we need to find the value. Same logic. Equated to 0, right? Equated to 0, find the value of x. So ax is equal to 0, x is equal to 0 by a. The same way we did 3x, the same logic, right? 0 by a, so x is equal to 0. So 0 of the polynomial is 0. Okay. Now let's try the next one. We have p of x is equal to cx plus d. Okay, p of x is equal to cx plus d. Equate p of x is equal to 0. Find the value of x which makes the polynomial 0. So x is equal to what? Cx plus d is equal to 0. Cx is equal to d or minus d. X is equal to minus d by c. So minus d by c is the 0 of the polynomial. Okay.